Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all well. So in this video we are going to be reviewing The Devil All the Time, which is a recently released movie from Netflix and is based on the book of the same name by Donald Ray Pollock, who also happens to be the narrator in this movie, which is really interesting. And it is centered around a small town in Ohio and explores themes around family, abuse, violence and power, and has an eclectic mix of loads of different interesting characters that are all kind of interconnected with one another in this small rural town in Ohio, which I will break down in this movie review. So there are a few different storyline strands that involve all of the different twisted themes that I spoke about earlier and all of the different characters. So let's go through them one by one. So first up we have Willard Russell, who is an ex-war veteran, and he has seen some truly barbaric things over his time. So he has come back home to hopefully get settled down, start a family, and unfortunately just has a series of unfortunate things happening to this character. Then we have the preachers, Roy and Preston, who have a few questionable views and really do abuse the power that they have. Then we have Sandy and Carl Henderson, who are serial killers, and they enjoy finding hitchhikers, taking them into their car, then taking them to a secluded location where they kill them. And then we have the other characters that decide to take justice into their own hands and do something about all of the craziness that is going on in this small town in Ohio. So whilst the premise of this movie might not sound like the most engaging, they have an absolutely brilliant A-list cast attached to this movie, and all of their brilliant performances really do keep you hooked from start to finish, which is definitely one of this movie's strengths. So I'm going to go through all of the main players in this movie, from the least questionable to the most questionable. So first up we have Tom Holland's character, who plays one of the many protagonists in this movie and really does show his brilliant acting range. We obviously most recently know him from playing Peter Parker in the popular Spider-Man franchise, and in this film he does play a likable character as well. He does do some questionable things, as everyone else does as well, but they're not as severe as the other characters, so he definitely leads the movie in a really great way. Next up we have Bill Skarsgard, who plays another likable character. He, similarly to everyone else, does do some questionable things as well, but similarly to the Tom Holland character, isn't as bad as the rest of the characters. It's just really unfortunate, all of the things that happen to this character. Next up we have Sebastian Stan, who plays the sheriff in this movie, and it's really interesting, as originally this role was supposed to go to Chris Evans, but he suggested Sebastian Stan when he was not able to make the movie due to scheduling conflicts, which is just hilarious, as these two played Captain America and the Winter Soldier in the popular MCU movies. So because Chris Evans couldn't do it, he gave it to his Bucky partner in crime, which is really funny. Next up we have Robert Pattinson, who obviously came to fame in the Twilight series and most recently is going to be playing Bruce Wayne in the Batman, and he plays a very twisted reverend in this movie. We also have Harry Melling from the popular Harry Potter franchise, and in this movie he also plays a bit of a twisted reverend character. And then finally we have Jason Clarke and Riley Keough, who play the Henderson couple, who are also serial killers and enjoy killing loads of people in really barbaric and really twisted ways in this movie. So as you can see, the cast and characters in this movie are absolutely brilliant, and like I said before, really do keep you engaged throughout. The visuals in this movie are absolutely brilliant. This little rural town in Ohio that they've created in this film really does come across so well due to the visuals. It really does feel really corrupt, really dangerous, really full of loads of twisted characters doing loads of sinister things, and you really do feel like you're with them because the visuals are just so captivating and really does make you feel like you're in this world with all of these different characters. So in terms of the ending of this movie, Tom Holland's character, called Arwen Russell, goes on a bit of an unintentional killing spree in this movie. So first up, he goes to Reverend Preston, and kills him because he realizes that he is a bit of a rapist while still being married and was the cause of his stepsister committing suicide. Then he kills Carl and Sandy as he realizes that they are just about to kill him as part of their little hitchhiker ritual. So whilst he didn't intend on doing this, this happens because he was just trying to defend himself. And then he kills the sheriff because the sheriff was hunting him because Sandy was actually the sheriff's sister, and he realizes that because he used the same gun that he used to kill Reverend Preston with, so he worked out that actually it was the Arvin Russell character that killed Sandy as well. So it was just a bit of a crazy ending for the Arvin Russell character. And then the narrator says that you don't necessarily know what happens in his future, but either he is going to become a husband and settle down like his father was, or he is going to become a war veteran in the Vietnam War like his father was as well. And the film also shows how twisted people's motivations can be and how much pain and chaos they can cause by thinking that what they're doing is the right thing, but actually it can be really sinister, and that it's actually got the devil behind all of their twisted thoughts. So overall, when I heard the premise of this movie, I thought, you know what, this is definitely not my kind of movie. I'm not going to enjoy it, but I thought, let me just see what it's like. And actually, I was really pleasantly surprised that I was able to sustain my attention with this movie from start to finish, mainly down to the brilliant casting that they made in this film. And all of the actors just did such a good job in terms of playing really engaging, really complicated, and really twisted characters. Whilst I didn't agree with any of the decisions that these characters were making, their performances were really, really good. And then because of that, the storyline was really engaging from start to finish. And so for all of those reasons, I'm going to give this movie a solid 5.5 out of 10. I'd love to hear what you think, so please let me know in the comment section below. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you in my next video.